All right. Really no injuries to mention. I mean, Marcus, he was put in the concussion protocol, but he cleared that right away. So all in all, a good hard fought win, one that was needed. I was proud of our defense and the way that they played. I was proud of our crowd and for the things that the way they stayed with us through some up and downs on the offensive side. And, they kept with us and kept it nice and loud right at the end. Again, for 55 and 95 to end the game the way they did, I thought it was a real positive too. Offensively, we made plays when they were needed down the stretch to get us into field goal position. 10 had a nice day with 94 yards. And then it was good to get our two runners going, Gore being the new one, but Daryl did a nice job too. So, and that means the offensive line was also doing a nice job with the run game. So, again, I look at it. I think Joe's doing a heck of a job with that team. They're coming off a huge win against Carolina where they really got after them, and we knew it was going to be a battle. They had some momentum there, and I was proud of our guys coming out and hanging with each other and working through this along with the coaches. Like I said, Spags had a nice game plan. EB had a nice game plan. The guys stuck with it, and it worked out well. Likewise with Dave on special team. All right, time's yours.
Coach, it seemed like you get Chris Jones more involved in the interior. What was it about the Giants that you wanted to rotate him?
Yeah, we've been doing that. We had more snaps. He had more snaps in there on this, and some of it was just him feeling better and getting, the situation that was going on with the pass game part of it. So, not because of the other, but he's so effective in there. Yeah.
One of the things in that game, 12 penalties, 103 yards. How do you think that knowing that you got a team like this?
Yeah. So we've got to be more disciplined with that, and I'll go back and look at them. I didn't have a chance to look at all of them, obviously, during the game, but I'll go back and look at them. But you got to be able to move your feet and stay in fundamental position on guys, whether it's offense or defense, and then you can limit those penalties. So anyway, we'll go back and look at all those and try to fix that problem.
Coach Patrick was so crisp on the first drive and then a little more disjointed as the game went on. What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, they did a nice job on some things, and I'm gonna go back and kind of look at whether I was putting him in a good position or not to make plays, and then we'll see. I thought he did a nice job of hanging with it and ended up making some big plays for us. So with his feet and with his arm.
Can you explain the trick play in the red zone? Was that play designed for Tyreek? And just how difficult is it to have that play not working to have a turnover?
Yeah, well, you know what? Pat saw the same thing I saw, obviously, from the sideline. They had 3 over 2 there. They had been a complete man team inside the red zone there, and they switched. So sometimes they get you. You hate wasting a good one like that, though. So.
Can you explain what you're seeing with Travis? It seems like there's a really double him, beating him up.
Yeah, they played man on him, and then they doubled him from there, and with a man over the top, kind of a halo type technique. So he, eventually worked it out. We called about different release we could give him, and he worked through it and had a couple of big plays right there, down the stretch. So, but they're making an effort to play him a little different than the other guys.
You all have been making a considerable effort running the football. In Clyde's absence, Daryl Williams along with Gore both combined for almost 50 yards apiece. Just talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, no, I thought they did a nice job. I know what Daryl can do, and he did it. We saw what Gore did during the preseason. He's been working his tail off during practice. We've been rotating him in, and we thought it was important to get him in the game and let him do his thing. He's got a knack for it. He's a strong runner, good low center of gravity.
For some of us, not you, go week by week, right? You've seen these next 3 games as sort of divided one way or the others. You can turn that. Where do you see the team's confidence and sort of confidence to execute?
Yeah. So listen, I mean, everything's not beautiful right now, but we're fighting through that. That happens in this game. There's great competition in this league, which I think you saw those games yesterday, and teams that were supposed to win by X number of points get beaten. And there's so much parity in this league, so you got to fight. That's the part I'm taking out of this game. Our guys battled. They didn't give up on each other. They kept working through what could have been a time when you just throw your hands up and go, oh my God. I mean, things aren't working the way they're supposed to work. Guys didn't do that. So we'll build on that. I mean, let's keep going. I mean, they don't give these things away. And I think that's important for everybody to understand that that other team is, they're coming after you and you're going to get their best shot. And I thought they did a heck of a job with it. So.
Coach, we asked you a couple of times about this player, but it seems like Josh Gordon's still pushing through. How close do you think that?
He's so close. I mean, I know I've said that the last couple of weeks, but he's in on plays, and some of the ones of which he's primary on, they're just, they obviously know where he's at. And I thought he did a nice job blocking for us when he was given an opportunity in there to do that. His routes were good. It just, they were on top of him. So that's he'll keep pushing though. He's really, he's really a pleasure to be around. I mean, he works his tail off, and the thing will pop here as he keeps going.
Coach, coming along the lines of what you talked about a little bit earlier with Sam's question, we're way up top. We can't get a feel for what it feels like on the sideline. You were satisfied with energy, body language, those things tonight, even throughout the game with the ups and downs? You see what you want there?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to tell you. So guys were disappointed if they didn't make a play, but they hung together with it. I mean, that's part of it. I mean, guys want to make plays, and if it doesn't work out, then they're going to. But they fired it up and went back in and did their thing, and I thought it was good energy on there. You didn't hear anybody complaining. They were just trying to let's go. I mean, let's do it again. So.
Last one. Andy, you mentioned building on that. It seemed like last year you guys won close games, and from week to week that quality carried over.
Sure.
Are you seeing things that maybe when something doesn't go right, it's hard for that not to carry over?
I haven't necessarily seen that now. The guys have been working hard and doing their thing. So it's just we're new. We're a new group and it's a new team, and every year is different. And things aren't as smooth right now as maybe it was then, but we'll get it there. We just got to keep working and making sure we evaluate and work. And so that's what we do.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Where do you think you guys are as
I mean, I think we're the same as we've always been. We just we've caught some defenses that are playing over the top of us, and we turn the ball over. And I mean, we're still moving the ball and doing a lot of things great. But whenever you turn the ball over, or get a penalty, and get pushed back, that kind of ruins drives. But I think we've done a lot of great things. But it comes down to execution in this league. And if you don't execute, if teams are going to make you drive the entire field, you have to show that you can do that and score touchdowns.
with Travis Kelce? Obviously, it seems like defense is giving him a lot of attention. Can you describe that, but then also being able to find him a couple times late?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep going to them. I mean, they obviously they're kind of like not like double teaming them every single time, but they're putting a guy on them and they have someone over the top. Similar with Tyreek as well. So those guys have to continue to battle. I mean, that's stuff that they're gonna have to continue to battle all season long. I'm sure they'll get it every single game pretty much. And they're battling. And like you said, at the end of the game, he made a couple good plays that kind of got us down there to win the game.
Actually, think like Derek Lewis brought a little spark to the running game, but it seems to open up other things with his back end.
Yeah, I mean, he ran well. He's been doing it since training camp, and he finally got his opportunity, and he went out there and executed and played well for us. And so I think that whole running back room has stepped up in different roles this entire season. And as the season goes, with the offensive line continue to getting better and better at run blocking and doing that type of stuff, I think that'll be a big part of our offense.
Before it was like a free pick. It seemed like you guys were really rolling. What do you think was working in the opening script that kind of felt like you guys were moving it down the field?
Yeah, I mean, it was just it's execution. I mean, I know it's I say it all the time, but we have guys open, and if we're on the same page, and me and the receivers with the routes, and then I throw it and hit the right spot, we can move the ball on pretty much any coverage. We have answers for versus everything. But that we've had, you've seen in every game pretty much that there's been times where we kind of stall out and we don't execute, or I throw the ball or I don't hit the right spot, or the receiver doesn't see it the same way that I do, or penalties or turnovers. So I mean, I know in this league it's kind of showing that it's kind of happened week after week these last few weeks, but I think we're going to snap out of it and we'll find a way to start executing. And then when we do, we'll be a tough offense to stop.
Can you explain the conversation on the sideline before the game-winning drive? Just what did you feel like you guys diagnosed that before to just move the football down the field to get into a point?
I think guys just made plays. I mean, the play that Travis made where he kind of chip blocked and got out there. And at that time, I was trying to just get it to the third and manageable and give it to him. And then, I mean, he got the face mask, but he fought through like 3 or 4 dudes to get to the first down marker. I mean, guys made plays. We ran the ball. We needed to run the ball. McCole had a big play on a jet sweep. So, I mean, it's stuff that we had done the entire game. We just executed, got the ball down there. Obviously, we would like to score a touchdown, but giving Bucker a chance to kick a field goal and defense stepped up and made a big stop.
You know that there's less opportunities to go deep. So what's the feeling like when you guys do have those few chances and they just don't connect like they do tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I got to hit Tyreek. I got to throw it more across the field, and that one to Tyreek. I kind of told him before the play, I was like, if they push over there, I'm going to give you a chance. And when I was rolling to the left, I just let it kind of, a lot of right-handed quarterbacks, I let it kind of tail back towards the DB. But if I put it more across the field, I hit him on that deep shot. But like you said, I mean, there's a few of them a game. So whenever you only have a few deep shots a game, you got to make sure you execute and hit them. And in the past, I've been able to kind of, I missed it, come back and hit another play. But obviously, defenses have safeties at 25 yards deep. So we're going to have to, whenever we do get those opportunities, we got to make sure we execute on them.
You said this the other day about it's always kind of a battle for you to find that ground between trying to make something go and letting it happen. Did you feel any moments today where you were having a breakthrough with that?
Yeah, I thought I did a good job of it today. I mean, obviously, I want to score more points. I want to have more touchdowns and put more points on the board. But seeing how the defense was playing and how they were kind of holding strong and doing things, I try to just get the ball in my hand in certain situations, get it to the running back in space, get to these guys in the flats, and let them get upfield and get vertical. And you kind of get to the game where you get the ball, the chance to win the game. I have confidence in our offense that we're going to go down there and get a score, and that's what we were able to do.
How do you clean that up over the course of the next 6 days? And then obviously looking at the calendar, you don't play the Giants today, but the next 3 weeks you got the Packers coming in Sunday, you travel to Vegas, and then you come back and play the Cowboys. How do you clean up the offense and stuff so you can get, as you like to say, score more points and get the points up on the board?
Yeah, I mean, all you can do is focus on the Packers now. I mean, obviously, we know this entire season we play a lot of good football teams coming up. So you focus on the Packers. That's a great football team. I think they're first seed in the NFC. So, I mean, they're going to be a great challenge for you. And so you go back to your execution, you go back to practice, executing, not getting those penalties. If you see a guy making a decision where he's holding a little too long, or if something little like that is happening, you kind of correct that right then and right there, so that whenever you get in the game, you don't have those things happen. I mean, the best part about it to me, I mean, obviously you don't want to have the penalties, is guys are playing hard. I mean, the penalties that we had, guys were trying to block, and they might have blocked for just a tick too long, and they got a holding call when the guy kind of pulled back. But guys are playing hard. They're battling. They're trying to find ways to win games, and we were able to find a way today to win it.
Last two. Patrick, you get a couple of low moments, right? Tip ball, interception at the beginning, and then Travis with the fumble afterwards. How are you guys able to rally emotionally and kind of pull yourselves up to get back out there? Because it probably was that, oh no, here we go again, kind of turnover feeling you've had a few times.
Yeah, I mean, but we're going to keep battling. I mean, even the Titans game week before, I mean, we're going to battle to the very end. I promise you that. You're hoping that the turnover luck kind of flips the other way, but that comes with us trying to execute at a higher level. Yeah, we had the ball that bounced up in the air and picked off. Then Travis, who doesn't fumble, he fumbled. So, like I said to Trav and all these guys, I'm gonna keep coming right back to you. I'm gonna throw it to you, let you make a play. I have that trust in you, and I think as the season goes on, hopefully we can correct the turnovers, and I think we can still be a special offense.
How do you guys guard against other people's expectations are so through the roof for you guys? And then when you guys struggle, I mean, how do you guard against letting that in and letting that become a distraction?
Yeah, I think I took a kind of a big picture look at it this last week after playing the Titans, and obviously we didn't start the way we wanted to, and I kind of felt like I was trying to make stuff happen that wasn't there. And I think in the game like today, I did a better job of, obviously they're taking away the big shots. I wanted to throw the big shots, especially when we started stalling out some of those drives. But I kind of just kept with the process, kept with the game flow, and trusted in our defense. And they made a lot of stops. We got enough points on the board, and they were able to shut it down at the end of the game.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick.
How you guys doing? Did y'all get enough of Patrick? Y'all kept him in here like 15 minutes, but it's okay. I got to get home. I got kids, but it's all good. I'm here for you guys. How you guys doing?
Emotionally, I mean, we're way up top. We can't really feel what you guys are feeling down there on the field. Were there low moments tonight? Did you guys feel like it's going to be hard to dig out of this thing? And what was it like to finally break through at the end and get those sacks to kind of put the thing away?
I don't feel like it was a low moment. I felt like it was going to be a challenge the whole game. We kind of knew that going into this week. We kind of knew that it's a marathon in this league. No win is given to you. So we got to take that approach on. It's a battle. Every drive, every play, you got to execute at a high level in order to get the best out of your opponent. So,
Chris, early in the game, you had Atwell Holmes throw an interception, and Willie Gay comes right around and makes the biggest interception as well. How big was that for you guys to get over that? Oh, here we go again with another interception. We got the guy on the field, but Gay comes up with a big play.
Well, we never look at it like that. I mean, Patrick has done so much good for this team, and great players make bad decisions sometimes. You know what I mean? I don't think Pat initially tried to throw an interception. It's just a bad play. And as a defense, we look at that as like a challenge because whether y'all want to say it or not, y'all little brother is all the damn time. The second little brother who's just there. And we take that as a challenge. Let's go out, step up, get the offense the ball back. We'll let the offense know that we're going to get you the ball back. And Willie Gay came up and made a big play.
What's it like for the defense to, hold a team to 10 points in the first half and then 17 points overall, where normally, fans will see that, the defense is struggling, but you all have been playing well, especially second half of the ball game the last 2 weeks, and put 4 quarters together today. On top of that, 12 penalties, 108 yards, how do you clean it up on that side?
We got to stop beating ourselves. I had 2 penalties myself, a holding and offsides. Those are mental mistakes that I can correct. I think we kind of correct those mental mistakes on our behalf. We can kind of eliminate a lot of the big plays, the big drives that teams are able to push downfield on us. And, those are self-inflicted wounds right there. So we can fix that. Those are fixable things.
Chris, we know you kind of came up we know you kind of came up with Sac Nation and it's been a struggle for you guys as a unit to get there. How sweet it did it make it for you and Frank to end the game in the manner you did?
We told Spaz it was gonna happen. You know, there's so many plays and so many schemes are ran throughout the game, and usually around the fourth quarter, 4 or 5 minutes to go, Spags send a 4-man pass rush, and we were able to dial up some stuff and unleash the guys up front. You know, we got a lot of great guys up front that can rush the passer. Frank Clark, Jaron Reed. We got Alex Okafor and Mike Dana, who is leading this team in sacks. So we got guys that can rush the quarterback. We just, you know, once we unleash, we're able to get there.
Chris, you feel a little bit more comfortable on the going back to the inside right now, or do you still prefer being out on the field?
Well, particularly, I've been on the inside on passing downs and been on the outside on base or rundowns. That's typically been a thing this whole year. It's just us getting teams to passing downs and being able to get nickel or dime on the field to where I can get inside. You know, so you know, I think that's more so of a defensive thing. But you know, I feel like I can be dominant inside and out.
Just a couple of weeks ago, Coach Reed has told us that you were dealing with obviously a wrist injury and said it was probably a distraction for you. Where do you think you are now with that? Is the Chris Jones we usually see now effectively here?
Well, I end up tearing some ligaments in my wrist, and I try to play through it. And I don't make no excuses for myself. I tried to play through it and realized that I couldn't play my full potential while playing through it. So I thought it was best to take a couple of weeks off to let it heal. And thankfully, the team agreed. We came to agreement, and I feel a lot better now. I'm able to do some things that I wasn't able to do when it initially happened, and I feel good. I feel great to be back on the field, man, with my brothers.
Chris, do you feel like you're 100%? You feel like you're back to 100%?
I want to say 100%. I don't think I'll be 100% this season. You know, it's a long, brutal season. Every game you get a nick or a neck. So I'm good enough to play to my best ability, and anytime I'm able to do that, I can be a problem. I don't think we ever left. You know, like I was telling my teammates, it's a marathon. It's a long season. You know, we still got another half a season to go. Yeah. We can be the best half a season that you guys ever seen. You know, the 4 losses that we had, this was tough. But now we take it one game at a time. Address it like that. Take that approach, especially within practice and a week of preparation, and we can build off of it.
The last 3 goes in.
Chris, we're not in the locker room anymore. Can you give us a sense for, do you feel like it's the same mood in the locker room that it's been?
Of course. I feel like everyone has the winning mentality. I feel like everyone has a sense of urgency that we know what we have in the building. We know how much talent we have around and what we're capable of achieving with this team. We just got to pull it together. You know, a few errors. You look at the Baltimore Ravens game. We was marching down, about to score. Fumble happened. That's a mistake we can fix. And a lot of these games are simple mistakes that we can fix. We just got to eliminate penalties and mistakes. And once we do that, I think we'll be the team that we know we all can be.
Chris, a couple answers ago, you said a little brother. Can you expand what you mean by that? Is that like the offense gets more attention, or?
Yeah, y'all know the offense get more attention. Come on, let's not act like that's the elephant in the room, okay? We know the offense. You know, when you have a high caliber guys like Pat Mahomes, MVP of the league, you got one of the best receivers, you know, in the league. You got one of the best tight ends in the league. You know, y'all guys are not going to talk about us. We don't score touchdowns, okay? You know, offensive guys, they do the dance. They get in touchdown, boom, boom. Yeah. People go crazy, you know. So, oh, yeah. Y'all talk about us these last few weeks. I've seen the comments. It's okay, you know. I don't really say now. I don't engage on Twitter, but I see, you know, it's okay. I'm a big guy. I can handle it.
That's what the last thing I wanted to ask about. Last week, there was some of your teammates in the defensive room engaging on Instagram and stuff like that. Did you guys have a conversation as a team about that? And just kind of your thoughts about trying to not look at those things when you're trying to get your job?
We didn't have a conversation about it, but I look at it as like this. You know, a lot of people on social media say a lot of disrespectful stuff to players, not understanding that we're human too, and we don't go out there trying to make mistakes or not play to our best ability. And I think fans get carried away sometimes because they be so engaged and they be so used to us winning and dominating all the time. And sometimes they get carried away. And just like a normal person have feelings, just because we're athletes, we have feelings too. And sometimes they get a little bit over the top. And some things are taken out of proportion. Something, and we got a lot of emotional players, that give their heart out on this field. And I don't think we try to lose the game either. You know what I mean? So I think it's a little bit of both, and I think both parties get it. Tyrann made an apology this week, and he's an emotional guy. He's our leader, and we understand where he's coming from. I don't think he initially meant like the Chiefs fan base is what he said. I think he talking out of a little anger, which he said. So I just say, man, the fans got to be condescending on how they talk to players. I don't normally engage on social media because I feel like the average Joe can't get me out of my element. It won't make or break me. But I just be condescending on, how you talk to us. We treat you guys with respect. We just ask for the same thing. It's not like we try not to go out and not give our all every week for you guys. So, and we appreciate you guys dearly. I love the KC. I love the Kingdom. I love the fans. And we're going to turn this thing around.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Thank you. All right. Really coming up next. All right, guys, go ahead and fire away.
I don't watch baseball, by the way, so don't ask. So we good. Yeah, just go with your outfit and the Chiefs colors, so we good. Yeah, man, I got all kind of hats.
Well, it seems like you're becoming more comfortable in coverage, but this is what we saw in training camp before that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe how much different it feels now that you've seen it in game
Man, like I was saying back then, man, just doing your job. Once you do your job, plays come to you. And it was something as simple as just working through the passing lanes and quarterback staring down the route, and he just threw it right to me, And when you do your job, that's what happens. So.
Were you upset that you didn't make it to the end zone?
Yeah, I should have just ran him over. But it's all good. It's all good.
I know you never want a teammate to be injured, but you started next to Nick Bolton a couple games
Mhm.
now. What have you seen from him? What's that partnership been like? He led the team in tackles again. So what are you seeing that kind of partnership?
Man, I was telling the other guys, man, Nick, as a rookie, he's just so good, man. And I was telling him, like, shoot, man, this time last year when I was a rookie, I couldn't even do half of what he's doing. So, man, I love playing with him, love watching him play. He's smart. He can get us lined up. He gets everybody lined up, and we help each other out as linebackers. And just me, like when him and Ben was on the field tonight, we did our jobs and we all three played pretty good, So we just got to keep doing that, man. And that room can keep getting better each and every week.
How did you get I know we won't probably talk to this week, but knowing you got the Green Bay Packers coming in, I know they played national television last week. You get a chance to watch them, and then what kind of challenge do you think they pose to the defense?
Of course, they're a good team. They won without like 3 of their starters, I think, on offense. But nothing crazy, man. We just got to do our job. Can't give up crazy deep balls. Can't jump offside. Just stuff that just the basic football 101. Just can't hurt yourself and can't let them just take the top off of the defense. Just do your job and you'll be all right. So.
What kind of momentum do you think you guys would gain from the play, especially early on, holding them 17 points, and really finishing off where the other team kind of scored a game-winning drive?
I feel like defense played pretty good, man. So we just got to carry it over, continue to learn and fix the mistakes that we did make. You take away a deep ball and a check down and went for like 30, 40, and you take that away, man. We're doing pretty good. So we just carry that over into next week and just build on it.
You watched, obviously, this team when you were out, and the defense was kind of struggling a bit against the run. What do you feel like has been different, the last few weeks, with you being in there?
I don't really know what to tell you on that. And I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, some weeks you can do it, some weeks you can't. You know, every team just every week just gonna be a little different. You know, it's nothing really different with the scheme. Just maybe this week a guy stuffed the hole a little bit more than he did the last week. You know, so you just got to keep doing that. You know, stacking every week.
Really, I saw you at the end of the game, like interacting with fans on the bench and stuff. Can you talk to us about what it's like to play at home in front of the fans?
Oh, it's special, man. Since I was in high school, you know, I feel like when you can interact with the fans and get them involved in the game, you know, I feel like it's special because they bring the energy to the game, you know, and without them, man, like last year was hard, you know. A guy like me, I like to be juiced up, so without the fans, you know, but to have the fans involved in the game like that and to be juiced up the whole game, fourth quarter, it's big.
Can you take us through what you saw in that third play where the quarterback keeps it?
Yeah, man, I did my job and I blitzed. I didn't get through, so I overlapped and saw he was carrying the ball out, and I was like, okay, so I seen him try to turn it up the field, and I just made a tackle, dog, and it was perfect timing, perfect play. So,
Willie, last month, right before you got active, you had sent a tweet out about you love everybody, but your mental health was kind of at the time, and you retweeted a few things from like Lane Johnson and stuff like that. I just want to know how you're doing with that, and you know what message you have for fans in that regard.
I'm doing pretty good, man. You know, every day it's not gonna be easy, but you know, I have probably 3 good days in a row. Then next week on Monday, I probably have the worst day ever. You know, so it's a journey. You know, just gotta keep my head up and keep pushing forward. Just take it one day at a time, man. I'm doing a lot better than I was then. I can tell you that for sure. I can focus a little bit better with football. You know, I had a lot going on outside back then, man. So I just keep my head down and keep working, dog.
Okay, thanks, Willie.
Thank you.